You may hear him. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier.
Guys, there's nothing like boxing, and there are no athletes like fighters.
Struggling to get to his feet. Incredible thing. It's unbelievable.
Takes another right. Burns in deep trouble again. Burns is down. Burns is down.
You know, you dream of fights, I guess, but the man said I didn't live up there.
What's up, fight fans? I'm J.Cotto. Welcome to J.Cotto's Fight Page. And of course, this is the last video of 2016. Just want to wish everybody a happy new year and a safe new year. And I'm going to give 2016 a little review. Not an in-depth review, but a little review and expectations 2017. But just want to let everybody know, man, if you want to be down with the Red Gloves, which happens to be an elite group of boxing fans who know their boxing and love to debate, well, I've got a page over on Facebook called The Red Gloves. So submit your app and, you know what I'm saying, put you down. This group, definitely no fanboyism, no bias. Everybody knows what they're talking about. And believe you me, there's not one argument that goes down in that boxing group. You know why? Because it's all about boxing. You can also follow me on Instagram, J.Cotto1013, or on Twitter, Dean Brolic, Brolic 1013. You know what I mean? And also follow Brosco in his 45 on Facebook as well. Just type in Brosco in his 45, and you'll most likely be taken to the page. And you can also go to my fight page on Facebook, just J.Cotto's fight page, and I'll pop up as well. Otherwise than that, hashtag come back to boxing. Just want to give a belated happy birthday to John Enriquez, which is a follower of hashtag come back to boxing. You know what I mean? And just basically, man, everybody, just want to wish you a happy and healthy 2017. Now, I also would like to thank the new subscribers. Welcome to your movement. Hashtag come back to boxing. You know what I mean? Welcome to your group, the Red Gloves. And just basically, I just got to say that telling the truth for the past 4 years on YouTube has been quite an experience. And it's also been the type of experience where it has given me a lot of exposure to new people, you know, and uploaders as well. And it's just basically doing this has totally exercised the way I look at things and the way I look at, you know, people. And, you know, I've always had that instinct, but either way, it still opened me up to a lot of new avenues and how to look at things from different angles, you know. And a lot of people have exposed themselves for the worst and for the better. You know what I mean? That's for me to weigh out and judge, just like it would be as to you, or yours, should I say. So basically, you know, just want to give every uploader on YouTube, whatever faction you're with, you know, LDBC, YTBC, you know what I mean, MOBC, you know what I mean, you know, even myself, hashtag come back to boxing, which is a whole different, you know, whole different entity, but started out in the YTBC, you probably say it. And you know, just want to thank you guys, man, the ones that have kept the boxing within the year and within all the stuff that has been going on, as to everybody just arguing and, you know, threats and flashes of guns being shown and racism and, you know, racist remarks. And, you know, I just hope that 2017 it be a whole brand new thing where harmony are coming. It's starting, you know what I mean? Peace to everybody out there, man. 10 players, blood boxing, YTBC student, JR the boxing junkie, the sweet science, you know, everybody that has left positive, you know, positive feedback and, you know, insight on comment sections as well. You know, Johnny Longoria, Black September, you know what I mean, Scorpio, and all the old school guys, you know what I mean? Just thank you very much for your support, you know, and let's make 2017 better. And hopefully I'll be bringing y'all the stuff that I used to do earlier on, as to, boxing skits and stuff like that. And Brosco is 45. Now I know I've been saying that I was gonna bring it back, and of course it's already written out, but I'm doing certain editing simply because when you go back and you read a story that you've written, you don't want to make any changes. You just want to make adjustments. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what I've been doing. But 2017 is going to be a year. It's going to be Brosco's year. Also, like to say peace to 68 Triumphant or 68 Black Coffee, whatever he calls himself. Just want to say peace, brother. God bless. I got your message through YTBC Student. And also I was told from your video, consider this a cyber handshake, and peace to you, my brother. Thanks a lot. Peace to Rosclot 222, rest in peace to the people that I have lost as friends because they just didn't know how to be human beings, and I'll tell you right now, 2016 has been a year of death and war, man. Like, we've lost a lot of actors and singers. If I don't know if you guys are taking, jotting this down, man, but 2016 has been one hell of a grim reaper, and I can't wait for this to be gone by 12 midnight tonight. Well, otherwise than that, man, let's get into some boxing news, and let me take it back just a little bit, where, you got Brook and Khan, was being talked about. I heard it's made, but I just want to ask you guys, what happened to the Errol Spence Jr. match that was supposed to happen? The IBF would allow this, actually. Will Errol Spence Jr. take step aside money for this? Because Brook is also talking about a possible Pacquiao fight, but Brook can't make that weight at 147 as easy, or should I say as easily? Spence Jr. is Brook's IBF mandatory, so I don't understand what's going on. The same happened with Khan and Garcia, along with the Canelo fight. Some politics were played there, and Khan was swayed to move away from Garcia in order for him to take a big money fight, a big money name, since whoever it was that talked Khan into fighting Canelo saw that Khan was into that, wanting to fight a big name. So he got sucked into that one, knowing that he had no chance winning. And Garcia went on to fight the green prospect that he fought for his first title defense. Now, there's talks of a Bradley Spencer Jr. that was, that has been brewing, and the WBC had ordered that. Now, these two that are fighting, you got to understand that neither were ranked by the WBC, so why are they mandating this fight? And this is something that you guys have to take a look at and investigate, because I've been doing it myself, and as soon as I crack this, I'm letting you know. But also take a look at the thing with the Khan, Garcia, and Canelo incident as I speak of this, what's going on. Now, Mayweather has been on social media getting off on Conor McGregor and calling him a McQuitter, and he gets on social media with Nate Diaz and tells Diaz that he'll put the finishing touches on McGregor. Now, this will not be, okay, and cannot be Floyd's 50th fight if it does go down. This cannot be marked down as a 50th fight. It can go down as an exhibition. And I've said this before, way before my videos. This cannot go down as a 50th fight. Number one, McGregor will not be considered ranked. Okay? And number two, you also got to look at the fact that McGregor is not going to survive in there. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care how much homework you've done on McGregor. I'm not even a Floyd Mayweather fan or fanatic, but I must say that the man's a boxing defensive genius. And Conor McGregor has never met anyone like that. But Floyd Mayweather has met the likes of Conor McGregor before. Because there's nothing new that Conor McGregor is going to bring into that ring. Got to understand, a 20-year career being undefeated. Of course, with the with the acceptance of politics going on or whatever, but it is what it is, and I don't know. But this can't go down as a 50th if it does happen. Canelo Alvarez and Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. All right, is in talks for a fight at a catch weight of 165 from 168. But most don't believe that this had happened. Okay, most said that I jumped to conclusions because they themselves, as Canelo fans, didn't want to do research. I'm going to say this again, and for the last time. I told you so. I told you so. Moving on. Tyson Fury was tweeting today and basically, tried to insult Joshua by tweeting, how do we become, or how do you become a legend through beating a man who I spanked and took all his belts? Then you robbed. Then you robbed one. Legends don't do that. Now, for me personally, Tyson Fury needs to fix his tweeting because I'm reading verbatim what he wrote down. But he needs to worry about a comeback. And he needs to stop hating because you fucked up on account of taking cocaine, brother. You had your chance. And you can't come out now and be jealous and biased because now the spotlight's on Anthony Joshua and Vladimir Klitschko, because that's who you're referring to. At the same time, you were supposed to, you should have had about 3-4 title defenses, but because of you and your fuck up, the titles got split. See? So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. 2017 is a whole different year. Now, Terence Crawford is said to have been arrested and then he was released, but it was on charge of disturbance that went on within, an auto body shop, and it had to do something with money. And Terence Crawford wasn't trying to hear that, and he just basically pulled his end. Once he pulled down his car from the lift that was there, something had happened as to somebody got hurt or whatever, and then on the way out, some of his entourage had smashed things off, certain places and, causing destruction to certain items and stuff. I don't know. But he's out on bail. You know what I mean? I guess they're working out a deal. Terence Crawford has to just chill out. He really has to chill out, and he has to do the main focus in his life, and that main focus is to unify those straps, move up to 147, and put it on people. Moving on. Laura and Foreman. Okay, this match has been made, and I just gotta say, why not Andre? Why not Triple G yet? Because a lot of people like to throw fibs between the thing that was supposed to be with Triple G and Laura. Now, Foreman was off for 2 years. Had one match, right? And then Laura had one match before June. And only fought 1 year in 2016. Bad enough that the 154 division is not stacked with fighters, but yet they're ducking. You know what I mean? They're ducking. Now, Lucas Matisse says that he's coming back at 147 and wants a Danny Garcia rematch. And he has resigned with Golden Boy Promotions. He says that he will be back in March or April. Now, his last match was against Victor Postol, and says that he has learned from that match. And it would be great to have Lucas Matisse coming back, especially at 147. I hope he's able to fit into that weight. I hope his power and his concentration's there, because I would like to see the machine do his thing. Now, the Golovkin-Jacobs match has been made for March 18th, and it's going to be on pay-per-view. Now, Jacobs would be the hardest-hitting opponent, okay, that Gennady Golovkin has faced within the 160-pound division. So you guys have to understand here that this is very threatening to Gennady Golovkin. I expect this match to be very, very, very competitive. I've been wanting this match for a while. I've been calling this match before everybody caught on to it. You don't believe me? Look back at my videos. And I'm glad that it came to fruition, man. You know? Now, Kathy Duva says that the rematch clause was worked out between Andre Ward and Sergey Kovalev. And if Ward wants more money, that's between him and his promotions. Jay-Z chose to give extra money to his fighters. And I also say that June looks good for a rematch. You know? And once a contract has been signed and it's been made, don't understand exactly why Andre Ward is talking about it has to look right when there's already a rematch clause. If money is going to be the problem, then the best thing for you to do is talk to your manager, talk to your promoter. You know what I mean? But you already had the A side and you got $3 million more than Sergey Kovalev. You got $5 million. Sergey got $2 million. On top of him being the champion. So I don't understand, and I don't think the fight fans understand exactly why. But it is what it is. Now the WBC gives Jojo Diaz the Prospect of the Year award. That's awesome. Congratulations. Hope to see you in 2017. Driving competitiveness. Now, we all saw what happened with the Hopkins and the Smith fight. Hopkins had weighed in at 174, and so did Joe Smith. And I just have to tell you, Smith, basically, for those that haven't seen it, it basically just knocked him the fuck out the ring. You know what I mean? And Bernard Hopkins, there's nothing to be taken away from him, even though he was punched out of the ring. I wouldn't call that a slip. I wouldn't call that a push either. You know what I'm saying? A shove, nothing as to that. Doesn't fall in any of those categories. But I will say this. He fell down, hit his head, said his ankle hurt. Okay, that's okay. Just don't come back, brother. Be the promoter that you are. Help Golden Boy and Oscar get their shit together. Give Canelo a pep talk. Tell him to stay at 160 and stop the bullshit. Or to come to 160 and stop the bullshit. You know what I mean? But as to seeing you fight anymore, there's nothing for you to prove. You've done what you've done, and that's that. Now, Alexander Povetkin, of course, tests positive again. And the first time, it was a substance that we all heard about, which was called meldonium. Now, for the second time, hours before the fight, that's just irresponsible. They should have known by now what's banned and what's not. You know, Lucas Brown, Bermain Stavern a month ago, and they let the Bermain Stavern incident rock at the time because it was a recovery substance, so it wasn't as much as it helping you. It was just helping you recover, not perform better. So. And it could have killed him as well, but that's why they gave him a slap on the wrist. But it's ridiculous because there is no excuse. Fanboys, hardcore fanboys, and European fight lovers, these are the situations that we hate. The honest boxing fans, at least, and there are no excuses. Okay, Osterine was found in his system. And it's just no excuse, man. We can't have this anymore. You know what I mean? We cannot have this anymore. Now, once again, I'm holding Daniel Jacobs and Triple G to whatever manhood and that they have. Because the fight is for March 18th, 2017 in Madison Square Garden at 160 pounds. And this fight must go on. No excuses. The heavyweight division, the welterweight division, Garcia and Thurman, I gotta say that they hold the torch, okay, for the welterweight division. Now, example on how the division will compete. If they step up on their work ethic, whoever wins, whoever loses, give a great performance. We the fans won't even care about the O. We won't even care about who lost it. As long as the match is competitive, man. They have to raise the bar. You guys have to raise the bar on this one. 4 and in the division and careers. You guys have to raise this bar. This fight has to bring enough substance to the surface where it's going to be an example of how boxing should be for your era. I have to say that Keith Thurman is a very, very responsible champion. And he's not ducking Errol Spence Jr. Let's just get that out the way. That fight is going to happen. And I think it's going to happen somewhere in 2017. I have a feeling that Thurman, after he beats Garcia, is going to call out Errol Spence Jr. just to get him out the way. And to show everybody that's criticizing him as to him ducking and not taking the match just because the prize fighter from Vegas had said that he needed to fight him, throwing him in the way, okay? Deflecting or trying to deflect the fact that it should have been him and Thurman on the way out, not Berto and him. They have to raise the bar. Garcia maybe taking this lightly and maybe counting on 2 things, which is what his father is telling him and teaching him, and that Thurman is very susceptible to body shots, hard body shots. The more intelligent fighter here is Thurman. More intelligent camp here is Thurman's. Okay? Danny Garcia owned 140, came up to 147, which is the division that Thurman owns. Why? More leather behind it at that weight and more wins at that weight. On top of that, has fought top names on that weight, at that weight, and just basically has a title with defenses with good names on that in that weight. So that's his kingdom. Danny Garcia has the most prestigious WBC strap simply because it was vacant. He won it from from Robert the Ghost Guerrero. Okay, you guys think that Robert the Ghost Guerrero is an elite fighter? I take nothing away from the man, but he's at most, a gatekeeper. So if he's at most a gatekeeper, ask yourself this question. Was Robert Guerrero the actual champion or the actual hard fighting gatekeeper that Danny Garcia should have won that WBC strap from, which was vacant? Because the prize fighter from Vegas had retired. You gotta think about this now. Danny Garcia will have problems. Okay, he fought a prospect after Garcia. Or should I say Guerrero. And what happened? He knocked him out. Okay, doesn't mean that his power carried all the way from 140 to 147. No. Let's not get that twisted. Because that kid had a jaw and he was taking hard shots. I'm talking about Garcia was, and we all know this, Garcia was sitting down on his punches, and oh man, that kid just stood up until what, I think it was the 7th round. The ref had to stop this fight. The ref was like enough. But the kid was still up. Knocked him down, I think, what, twice? You know what I mean? Or 3 times, I think twice in one round, and a couple of rounds later on, I think it was the fifth or some shit, he knocked him down again. Just the point, the kid wasn't ready. The kid wasn't even ranked. See, so this fight right here is going to be something where Thurman is going to expose Garcia. Know what I mean? Thurman's last match and the match before that, competitive. All of Keith Thurman's matches were competitive. So his pedigree is up to par. When you look at Danny Garcia's, it's diminished in a way. Why is it diminished? Well, simply because look at the level of competition he's been fighting. No one elite. No one formidable. Come on, fight fans, let's be honest with ourselves here. Taking nothing away from Garcia except for the fact that he's taking away from himself. So this match right here, I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear no injury excuses unless it was during training and we see pictures. I know Thurman is one that loves to show his fans shit. I don't know about Garcia. Otherwise than that, fight fans, my name is J.Cotto. Thank you for joining my fight page. Remember to follow me on Twitter, Dean Brolic, BROLIC 1013. On Instagram, J.Cotto 1013. You can find me on Facebook, J A Y Cotto COTTO, or J.Cotto's fight page, J.Cotto fight page, and Brosco and his 45 also on Facebook. Just type in Brosco and his 45 and you find me. You find the whole story there. 2016 has been a year that we want past us, and things are coming up, fight fans, and we should expect a lot more and hold a lot of these fighters to the standards that they hold themselves up to. You know what I mean? Because if you were to say to anyone, including myself, you a bad motherfucker, you better show and prove that you a bad motherfucker. Because if not, people will expose you. You see what I mean? So I'm just saying, hashtag come back to boxing, hashtag the red gloves. Peace to all the uploaders. Happy New Year. God bless. Stay vigilant. Peace.